As we're kicking off this new year at the beautiful community, I want to share with all of you some verses out of the book of Lamentations. It's Lamentations chapter 3. And up until this point, like Solomon is having a little bit of a hard time. He's not really in a good mood. Maybe it was a depressing day. I don't know. But he ends in verse 19 talking about his affliction and how downcast he is. But then this is what I want to point out to you. In verse 21, he says, "Yet this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope. Because of the Lord's great love, we're not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They're new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." And as you begin a fresh new year, I want to encourage you and myself to do what Solomon did in those moments, which all of us are going to face at some point this year, where we're down, maybe we're depressed, maybe life is screaming much louder than the things that we know to be true in our hearts. And this was the situation Solomon was in. But then he said, "But this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope." He remembered. It's through the remembering of who God is and his faithfulness to us that hope begins to stir again in our hearts. Not long ago, I felt like the Lord told me to go back and read the last 10 years of journals. I'm an avid journaler. I have my life chronicled in journals. And so I spent a month reading 10 years worth of journals. And I have to tell you, it was amazing. Through the beautiful moments and the heartbreaking moments, through birth and death and joy and hopelessness, through it all. And these 10 years was this thread of the faithfulness of the God that I love and serve and call my own. And I know that what I felt in those moments was the same as Solomon felt. When we go back and we remember, we can have hope. So this year, when you find yourself down, when you find yourself doubting, call to mind all that God has done through every season of your life. You will see the thread of his faithfulness and be reminded that his mercy is new for you every single morning.